while I'm on council, I would like to know at some point, how many of you all approved me being barred out of the last council meeting? I want to know who all approved of me being barred out of the council meeting and why. And because Wheeler has a letter from my attorney, President Wheeler, as long as well as having the white police chief himself barred me out of the meeting and said if I come in, I'm going to jail. I want to know who approved that. Moving right along, because I want to be quick. Well, as you can see, I'm back in front of East Cleveland City Hall once again. This time, as I entered the East Cleveland City Chambers, I was not barred out by the police chief. As a matter of fact, I had no problem getting in. I imagine that the police chief got the letter that we sent from our attorney, Paul Costello, on this matter, as well as the council president himself, Wheeler. By the way, in which I do not see Wheeler at this meeting. You know what?
He's on vacation.
When I think about this in retrospect, the last council meeting, they were passing some vital legislation on whether we were going to have this sewer dump in our neighborhood. I don't think that he wanted some of the people that was opposed to this at that meeting. So I think that not only did he violate our rights by not wanting us at that meeting, but also the fact that they wanted to pass this legislation without some. What just happened now is they went into executive session. Now let me tell you what executive session. They kicked everybody out. But the fact of the matter is this, which is more important than being kicked out, an executive session is what they are in executive session about. Listen, do you remember when Councilman Norton, do you remember when Gary Norton took all those petitions that were signed down to the Board of Election for I say they were certified, and he had enough petitions and signatures to go for us to start talking about this merger? Now you might not remember that, but me and Brother Porter and some of the others were at the Board of Election, and we objected then that it was fraudulent. Lord and behold, yesterday the court have ruled in the favor of the people of East Cleveland that said that those were fraudulent signatures, and they have ruled in our favor. In other words, they threw all that out. All that mess that Gary Norton was trying to shove down the throats of the citizens of East Cleveland, they threw it all out. Now, the executive session is about this. Is about, will the mayor and those who circulated those petitions fraudulently, will they be charged criminally? Because it is a criminal offense. So that's where we're at now. The first part of the victory, we won. In other words, this dictator, Mayor Gary Norton, was not able to shove down the throat of the residents of East Cleveland the fact that he had fraudulent signatures. We won that battle, folks, but this is only the beginning. Thank you very much. In a minute, we'll be going back into the City Hall. As a matter of fact, listen, the policemen that are on the door now are much more friendlier to us than they were the last time that we were here. I guess it's because they got our lawyer's letter. They know it was illegal. The council president ironically went on vacation because he knew I was coming back. And listen, we're all about change here for the betterment. That's what we're about, okay?
We had all meetings, attend all meetings, even your committee meetings, all meetings. We have a full-time law director. Then we should, if he's not here, his salary needs to be deducted, or you need to bring charges against him. He's not here to do his due diligence. Your finance director is a full-time position. And then I heard someone said having a finance meeting and you're gonna have the chief of staff. The chief of staff is not the one whom raised his right hand and also a bond is on. You need to hear from your finance director. That's why you have a finance director. Keep this council informed as the finances of the city, along with the mayor. That's what the charter says. Neither one of you can change that up here. That's what you need to do. You can't go on something that an employee telling you what the finances of the city. And then with the fire department, then you're saying, well, you're gonna cut and not gonna renegotiate. That is your responsibility to renegotiate if there's some differences. There's a law, the law had been passed, they got a mandate that they must have minimum mandate. And you cannot change that. And so you need to.
For this, and this land, and this land, and this land. I have a problem with that. And the problem that I have with that is at this point, when I read that Mayor Norton wants to let this land go for that, and let this land go for that, I'm at the point now in which I don't think that Mayor Norton can be trusted to the point where he can make these decisions. I really don't. And all we have to do is look at history.
Said, I don't want what happened in Flint, Michigan, happen here in the city of East Cleveland. I want someone to get up off your posterior, come out and check and test the dump site as to whether it does have asbestos or lead in there. I said, get up and check. I don't care about permits being pulled. They pull the permits. Yes, he told me about the permits being pulled. The permit may be pulled, but that does not say that the house that they are raising is the house that is being dumped in the city of East Cleveland. I said, get up and get up and behind and do your job as far as coming out testing it to see whether it has asbestos or what have you in it.
But I'm also addressing the citizens so they know too.
Address council. Address council.
Only thing I'm saying is this program,
Mr. Robinson,
No,
please.
talk to council.
this program should not be in place. I'm asking the council to terminate this because the state of Ohio already gives to every municipality in Ohio a stipend so that you all can buy materials, supplies, shovels, and it's also used to maintain the city streets, roads, and any other work that needs to be done pertaining to the city. Now that's health, safety, and welfare. So why didn't council or anyone inform the citizens of East Cleveland, who are the governing body of this community, about that? Now, if anybody wants to object to my facts, I'll be more than glad to submit the facts, because they're all right here. They're all right here. I have everything right here. This city gets a stipend to do this stuff, and you're asking citizens to raise $150 and bring to city council when the taxpayers' money that you pay goes to the state, and then the state in turn takes that money from the taxpayers and issues it to the city twice a year in the form of a stipend, where the city is allocated funds to go buy what is needed to repair our city. Thank you.
I wanted to put that out there and say that's the one thing I'm very proud about, because you cannot tell me that in this state, and looking at East Cleveland, this land is definitely the reason why university, the reason why certain people in Cleveland are salivating. There are council people from Cleveland who would love to get this land so they could get people to help vote for them so they could possibly become mayor of Cleveland. So instead of using the people as just vote getters or what have you, let's stand up for us, because East Cleveland to me is home rule, and you all have it right in the palm of your hand. My name is Al Porter, Black on Black Crime Incorporated president.